You're listening to the Bored to Death Bingecast, talking TV shows and movies in easily digestible chunks. Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, and other assorted gender assignations. Welcome back to the Bored to Death Bingecast. I am Jay, being joined by
Zeke,
Chris,
and Road. Sam and the Peanut Gallery would be joining us, but they're not feeling up to it right now.
They may come down later.
They may come down later. We'll see if that happens. But we are here to do a second viewing of Willy's Wonderland for the benefit of our good friend Road, who has not seen it.
Well, then the fact this movie's so damn good, we must watch it more than once.
Yes, it is ridiculously.
All I've heard is that this is the craziest thing ever, and I'm like, God damn it, how did I miss it?
Yeah. If you've been watching or listening to our podcasts before, you know that I did a solo cast of this. Fortunately, I wasn't there when the rest of the crew watched it, but I watched it myself later, recorded for it, and well, now we're gonna get the rest of the crew in to get their opinions on record.
I would join you in that binge, but unfortunately, I was locked in the hotel room for a week, and now I'm free.
That's right,
free to binge again.
Zeke was in quarantine at the time due to the COVID scare, but now, yeah, everyone's here. Everyone's healthy, so yeah.
I got another one.
Yeah, boy. And Cat from Shadowcat Cosplay just had to go and try to be funny. But that is
I don't have corona.
That is generally how it is with women. They do think that they're funny.
They smell funny.
And it's been good doing this. Everyone, I'm sure cancel culture is going to come after me for that. No, I'm kidding, of course.
Are you?
Watch out.
Don't throw that. That one's mine.
Don't throw the water. You might hit your beloved Chris.
At any rate, so Road doesn't really know exactly what he's in for here.
Nah. All I know is it's Nicolas Cage. God only knows where he's going.
Yeah, it's Nicolas Cage.
And Chuck E. Cheese.
Well,
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, just Nicolas Cage, period, in a Chuck E. Cheese is enough to cause a panic.
So yeah, there's not really much else we need to say for this intro. If you don't know what Willy's Wonderland is, go and listen to my solo cast about it.
We can just read the description for him.
Well, yeah, let's read the description. When his car breaks down, a quiet loner agrees to clean an abandoned family fun center in exchange for repairs. He soon finds himself waging a war against possessed animatronic mascots while trapped inside Willy's Wonderland. It's your birthday.
Everything about this sounds wrong. Number one, Nicolas Cage as the quiet loner.
Yeah, right?
Have you ever heard Nicolas Cage be quiet?
You're about to. You're about to watch it happen for 90 minutes.
And this is why he needs a Lifetime Achievement Award.
I really do hope that he gets one in the fullness of time.
He better get one. I mean, he's been everything under the sun.
Yeah.
And under it. Way under it.
Has he been the Punisher yet?
No.
He can be the Punisher.
I mean, he was trying to be Superman once. Maybe we should make him the Punisher.
No, we have Tim Burton to thank for that one.
But yeah, as I said in my solo cast of this, it's Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage without really being Nicolas Cage. It doesn't sound like that should work, but it does.
We are on the hunt for the T-shirts. We will become.
Yeah,
employees.
we want those T-shirts.
We will become employees.
We want to be walking advertisements for Willy's Wonderland.
You are now on staff.
I'm a 6'5" 4 T-shirt man. Yeah,
you are not 6'5".
I'm calling my shoe size level.
Because I am 6'2", and you are not 3 inches taller than me.
That just sounds so long and so.
I said taller, not longer.
It all depends how you're laying down.
How about wider?
Oh God. Anyway, let's just cut this intro short right now, and we'll see you after the binge. While the binge is happening, Thanks for listening to our podcast. Please give us a like and subscribe and spread the word. You can reach us on social media on Facebook or Twitter at BTD_Bingecast. The Bored to Death Clan is part of the CKCC Radio podcast family, including J Bunny's Music Hub, the Race Nerd Podcast, Real Paranormal Talk, Ranking Tracks, Motivational Moves, Girls Who Like, and The Nerd Table. Please consider supporting CKCC Radio on Patreon. And now, the binge is done, so let's get to the discussion. And we're back. I know what my opinion is, and Zeke and Chris, we still enjoyed it on a second viewing.
Oh God, yeah.
It was still good.
And Road.
Holy shit! I have to. You know what? I'm gonna be blowing a lot of money until this comes out so I can buy it. Because I'm going to be rewatching this like nightly. Oh my God, this was the greatest movie of my life.
That's saying a lot, but okay. I mean, I wouldn't call it like the greatest movie of my life, but it was way more entertaining than it had any right to be.
I have the right to say this. You have your, oh God, I can't remember, Walking Hall Picture Show. You have your Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness. This is our generation of that movie.
Bruce Campbell. That's who should be the third one.
Oh yeah, because we were talking as the movie was wrapping up that we want to, because we know that the director has said that he wants to make more.
Yes.
But I said that every single one has to have a different character in it. And I said that for the second film it should be Keanu Reeves. Same thing, doesn't talk.
And then you do a third one with Bruce Campbell. And again, as little dialogue as possible. I don't know if you can really have Bruce Campbell not say anything because
I'm sorry. I would take a movie with all three of them in it at the same time.
Yeah.
Just do a mental overload, and it will probably be the most epic thing ever seen.
But the third film has to have, if they were to do one with like Bruce Campbell in it, Sam Raimi has to be involved somehow.
Yes, absolutely. And then once you've done all three of those, then you do a fourth one where you bring all three of them together and they face some ultimate threat.
Apart. Where the wives are your worst nightmare. And the attractions come to feed on your soul.
So, Disneyland. Chris is over here just, like...
I'm gonna go to Six Flags.
laughing so hard his eyes are like shut. He's wiping tears out of his eyes.
No, I'm just tired.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, no, the idea should be if it's in like a huge park like that where there's like 3 different sections, have each one in each different section, but they don't meet each other until they get to the middle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or they all, like the janitor, have their little routines. Like the janitor's got to take his pinball break.
Yeah.
And the maintenance man, played by Keanu Reeves, has some other thing that he has to do.
He has to work on his bike.
Or whatever. And the trustee, played by Bruce Campbell, has his thing. And by circumstance, all three of their little rituals all happen in like the center of the park. So that's when they meet
at different times, so that where they don't meet each other.
They don't quite overlap. And then finally, towards the end of the movie, it happens to overlap, and they're just like, sort of. I'm just picturing like that. I'm picturing that like
looking at each other.
I'm picturing that gif of like people sort of like glancing around, like looking from one side to the next, and then it cuts to somebody else who looks from one side to the next, and it just sort of keeps cutting between various people.
But there's a problem with your idea. What happened to the child?
What, to live?
Yeah.
She'd still be there.
Why
not?
She's still with the janitor.
You have the final girl, or whomever, the survivors from each movie. Besides the janitors, they happen to show up there as well. And maybe some of them die.
I survived Chuck E. Cheese. Well, I survived a Mickey Mouse theme park. Well, I survived shit. What else did I survive? So what?
No, Bruce Campbell would be like, I survived zombies.
What was your thoughts in this movie?
Well,
Besides,
he already.
Besides, I must own it. God, I must own it. What's your favorite thing?
Well, yeah. Let's hear about your opinion of Nick Cage, and that's.
God damn, he was just every single little quirk about him was just so perfectly Nicolas Cage,
Right.
and he didn't have to say a single word. That's what made it so much even more better. All those little glances and looks of what the fuck.
With like the very, very subtle shifts in his expression, because he barely emoted
He
for much.
barely there was no emotion there. Even when faced in the hallway with both the female married
with
the females,
the siren,
he just
and
walks along, head butts, punch, keep walking.
well, no, in the hallway it was like the siren and the turtle, and he just walks by and just punch, and then just keeps going. It was later when it was the siren and the chameleon that he just he steps up, headbutts one, and then trips the other. It was.
I mean, absolutely pure, unstoppable. He's going to get his job done.
Yep. I called him in my solo cast, and I've referred to him this way several times as we were watching. He was the almighty janitor.
Seriously.
In the span of like less than an hour, he cleaned the entire goddamn place.
I mean, he cleaned it from head to toe. It's destroyed. He cleaned it from head to toe again.
Not head to toe. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
God, that song is gonna get stuck in your head.
I mean, that's always been the way.
I think "It's Your Birthday" is gonna be stuck in your head more than anything else.
It's your birthday.
I'm gonna play that on my birthday. What?
Yes.
No,
my roommates are gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" They're like, "It's my birthday."
And then you sit them down and you make them watch this movie.
No, you gotta duct tape them to a chair.
Yeah. Yes.
And
Handcuff. Like in the movie, handcuff them to the radiator.
And then what's gonna happen is they're like, "Look, I know we renew in April, but
I want out
starting
sooner."
to be scared myself here.
You should be. Yeah, the movie. Oh God, it's still very, very entertaining a second time through.
I mean, this is one of those movies you can watch it numerous times and you will always find something new just to get you.
Like I missed the joke. I missed the joke with the kids. And because they smoked some weed while they were waiting for Liv to get the janitor out.
Like, what did you put in it?
Well, no. He's like, "Where'd you get it?" He's like, "I grew it myself. I call it no clue. No clue." He's like, "How much THC is in it?" No clue.
No clue.
I was like, I missed that. I missed the no clue gag in there the first time around.
Oh my God! I have to say the fact that they give the epilogue in the middle, which was the right amount. Epilogue.
You mean prologue?
Yeah, no, the epilogue when they give you the back. I guess that'd be prologue. Yeah.
Yeah. Epilogue happens after the main story.
Yeah, sure. When they give the prologue, it's just the right amount, and they stop it to give you more action.
Oh yeah.
And then they go, "Oh, let's continue from the other side of the spectrum. We heard about the kids' side. Let's hear about the adult side now."
Exactly.
It's like, oh, that's so good.
Yep. And something else I noticed this go around with the flashback to to the serial killers all working at Willy's. They focused on each of Willy's crew, and they were all dressed like some of the characters.
That's what I was looking for because I want to know.
One of them had the sombrero. One of them had like the mustache, kind of like the gator.
Yes.
And the guy who became Willy had the propeller beanie on his head.
I want to know.
Yeah, everybody.
We didn't. I don't. Yeah, I don't really think we got a good look at whoever.
You only see the females. You see the two females only when they're dead on the floor.
And they're like slumped over.
Oh, so they were girls.
They were girls.
I saw one of them at least.
Yeah, I saw
slumped next to the pentagram.
The not the Tinkerbell one, but the other one.
The chameleon.
She was dressed in her pink, and was dead on the floor.
Because I was
So
wondering,
I figured out which one was which.
Mm-hmm.
I was seriously wondering, what would that be? Like, you just commit suicide to put your body into animatronic. God damn it, I'm a girl.
Well,
Body dysphoria is a real thing, man.
yeah.
Honestly, I didn't think that the damn chameleon skin actually changed until I kept thinking it had something to do with like
The lighting in the
lighting
room.
or some shit like that, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It actually does change. I wonder how much that shit set them back.
Yeah, right?
You know this movie, and I would say, I think you said it in your last binge, this movie's cost was all Nicolas Cage and props. That was it.
The Nicolas Cage, the animatronic prop / costume, and probably the writing the song.
The songs, the special effects were just
It's your
basic.
birthday song and the Willy's Wonderland song.
Oh, yeah.
That played during the epic pinball break.
There was all the special effects were just basic, regular special effects, but they were so spot on and perfect.
Exactly. You don't have to go big budget for special effects.
There was no.
If you do
you
it
can
right.
tell this was no big budget.
Oh fuck
But
no!
oh my god, they made the best of it,
Oh,
and they were
absolutely.
having themselves a blast.
Yeah, I commented on this in my last binge. It's like it didn't take itself too seriously, and I don't know if that was by design or if they got Nicolas Cage attached to it, and then they're like, "Fuck it, no one's going to take it seriously now, so let's just lean into that."
And just go.
Exactly,
I
and
wanna
it
see-
worked.
I want to see.
It felt like a big budget student film.
I'd go that.
I think we've already seen that movie. It's called Evil Dead.
Well, which one?
The original.
The original, yeah, the original was
$300,000.
God, and it worked on levels so unimaginably great.
And it was like right after they all got out of college too. So that's what this feels like. This feels like I wouldn't really call it a modern day Evil Dead, but something similar to it.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if some of the actors that were in this do end up getting more work out of this.
Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I would love to see an actual franchise for this.
Willy's Wonderland 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Nicolas Cage and Liv keep on going.
No. Willy's Wonderland 2 is gonna be the one with Keanu Reeves in it.
See, they have to do it to where it's kind of like the Train to Busan sequels, where the second one for that is called Peninsula. It's not called Train to Busan 2, so the second film can't be called Willy's Wonderland 2. It has to be called something else.
Yeah.
So like,
and
whatever.
It'd be some smaller amusement park kind of
Yeah.
thing.
But
not like a big Disneyland thing.
But they could call it something. They could call it something like Willy's Wonderland Presents.
There you go. Willy's Wonderland Presents, and then you have whatever the amusement park would be called, something. Maybe it also has Wonderland in the name.
They keep the Wonderland thing going, but have it to where it's kind of the same thing, but more electronics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they already had 8 in this one. You don't want to go too much because then the budget is going to get bigger from making the costume and prop work.
Well, I mean, all they got to do is look at the Five Nights at Freddy's sequels.
Yeah, this is true.
It'd be like, all right, how many did they add to the second? Okay, this many. All right, well, let's add this many.
And then after you have the 3, then you have Willy's Wonderland Ultimate Custom Night. Because I think I even said this on my solo binge. I just know that there is somebody out there that is making a FNAF clone based on this. Somebody is doing it. I guarantee you.
I'll play it.
Is it gonna have to be first person? Where like the first 15 minutes of the game is you literally just cleaning.
Yeah. Right. That's what it is.
And then while you're in the middle of cleaning, the lights go out, and then you hear "It's your bird."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god!
Be like a prequel to Willy's to the movie.
No, screw that. Just make it an actual video game adaptation. And it doesn't have to be the greatest game on the planet. It doesn't have to be made by a big budget company. It could be made by the same people doing that game that Root has been telling us about. And they can literally just make it entertaining as all hell.
Yeah.
Jump scare here and there. Don't make it like Resident Evil scary.
Yeah.
But have it where you could also be laughing your ass off at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
I play that for months and months.
Get the DLC. You get two more animatronics.
I have all the DLC. All the DLC. Every night I play this before bed. And I wonder why I have nightmares.
No, it's just you in your sleep.
Yeah.
Sir, why do you keep talking about birthdays? You shut up.
It's like, don't
Shut
ask
up right now.
Don't
Don't
make
ask-
me take you to the super fun house room.
super
The fun house. The fun house.
Yes. There you go.
God damn, I'm coming up with all
The
these.
super
Can
fun
somebody get in
house.
contact with the director for me? I got some ideas for him.
I'll check in the Bingecasts.
Frankie's Funhouse.
There we go. Frankie's Funhouse.
Willy's Wonderland presents Frankie's
Funhouse.
Funhouse, and then the third one,
Willy's Wonderland presents.
presents something else.
We've got the ideas, director. Let's get it on.
Petey's Playland. That's the small amusement park one.
God bless him.
And then you have something, Willy's Wonderland presents, or no, Six Flags over Willy's Wonderland.
You know what I want
This-
to know is
This was made specific. You can always tell when a movie was specifically made for that actor. This was completely done for Nicolas Cage.
Well, I love the fact that if you go back and you read the articles like that, people were not touching this. Nicolas Cage was going up to bat going, this is a good script. This is a good movie. People will enjoy this movie. He actually put input like the
Because they did credit him as one of the producers.
like the turtle was not in there until Nicolas Cage came and goes, "Hey, let's put the turtle in there." So
Okay.
yeah, like he
just wanted to run over an animatronic turtle with a Camaro.
That's
He-
A Mexican turtle
I'm a boss.
with a moustache and a sombrero.
Spoken gratuitous Spanish with subtitles.
It's
Oh,
supposed
no.
to what is it, Spanglish?
Spanglish, you mean?
Spanglish, yeah.
No, it was
He
straight
spoke-
Spanish.
He spoke some English at times.
No, it was the only English he spoke was Liv's name.
Liv's name and oh shit.
Yeah. Well, no, oh shit, he actually did say it in Spanish. But
I want to know if the original person who went into that was not Spanish.
Oh man.
Definitely.
No, not Six Flags over. Whatever the fourth one would be, it's just like 4 flags. Because it's the fourth one. That way, you're not like having to get Six Flags' permission to use the franchise.
No, but I imagine they'll be like, "Oh, that's a little too close for comfort."
So you come up with something else that would still has 4 in it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what was that theme park that was the spokesperson was Calvin Jr.
Was it Six Flags?
No, that was its previous incarnation.
Oh, yeah.
Waterworld.
No, it wasn't Waterworld. It was
Shit.
Wild World.
Wild World.
There you go.
All of them are the same thing.
Yeah, baby.
Literally.
Well, yeah, and they ended up changing the name of the place because it was, things were getting too wild there, shall we say?
Well,
You know that we always,
I mean, it didn't
No,
help.
it's
It
literally-
does not help that it's on the damn bus line, so all the ghetto people could actually make it there.
And then
Yes, I went there.
Six Flags stepped in and made it Six Flags Over America, I think. Is what
And
it's
it's
called,
still the same bad place. It's
Yeah.
the worst. Literally, it's the worst Six Flags in America.
you know that.
It's the Six Flags you don't want to go to because you're a little bit too afraid. And not on the rides.
There are
It's
needles.
the customers there.
There are needles in the lazy river.
right?
Mom, I think I got it right.
Needles
No,
are the
no.
least of your worries about what's in that river.
Here's how bad it was. A friend of mine from out of town didn't listen to me, and him and his girlfriend go there, and he literally comes back, and he spends like 2 hours in the shower. I'm like, dude, what's wrong? Dude, we were in the water park. I'm like, yeah, we were in the wave pool. Yeah. And a condom sailed right past me. I'm like, you stand there until you finish.
You're staying there until your insides are clean.
He became Ace Ventura in the shower.
What is he burning his clothes?
If he's smart.
Your gun is digging into my hip.
That's not my gun.
And he just said that, and I'm like, yeah, you just stand there until you're clear.
Here, I'll let your clothes on fire. Put them in the trash can. And I'll do the rest.
Poor Morgan, she was just on the couch like, worst day ever.
But
worst day ever.
I want to see if they do like a Six Flags ripoff version. I want to see him do an animatronic that does the dance from the bus guy.
Oh God!
Oh God! The bus guy.
You know,
and they have to make not that song, but make because that will probably
Make
cost too
their
much.
own song.
Make their own Venga Bus song.
and have this the creepy weird. The person who was dancing was actually a woman, but they have to have somebody who can do that.
No
really
animatronic.
goofy
That's
dance.
the person who runs the Six Flags ripoff.
Yeah,
and they're involved in the satanic cult that all the serial killers were a part of.
Everybody knows what's going on in the park, and they know it, and it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna cover for it, but I'm gonna make a nice commercial.
The owner for that has to be William Fichtner.
Yes. The accountant returns.
Yes.
Because I was sort of joking that this is the same dude from Drive Angry. He just doesn't have anything more to say.
He got out of hell
again,
except this time he's not necessarily on the run.
No, he was sent up by the accountant to track down the serial killers who did the black magic ritual.
He just wasn't sure if he was in the right spot or not.
Mm-hmm. That's why he kept glaring at Willy, because he's like, I know what you are.
God. Oh, man.
You think you're Wotan? You think you're Baron Samedi?
So,
holy shit. Now I'm going to end up having to watch Willy's Wonderland and Drive Angry.
I got that on my Voodoo. We can watch it right after.
After this binge, we're going to watch that next. Oh, no!
We're not going to do a binge for it, but we'll watch it.
But, yeah, I still say that what we need to do after this comes out, physical,
is get
everybody in this house.
Because we want it to be successful enough that they make another one.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. When it comes out, I'll make sure I come over. We all go grab our copies. And
we don't all need to bring our copies, but we all need to get one.
We all have to buy a copy.
No, literally buy copies for ourselves and buy copies for our families. Like, here you go. What's this movie? Watch it. There you go. I like horror movies. Shut up and watch it.
I'm not gonna give it to.
I've already texted my sister like, I'm not gonna watch this now.
I'm not gonna give this to my sister because what if one of my nephews watches it?
Oh my god!
With the shit that we grew up on watching,
the Chuck E. Cheese, and
my sister will never speak to me again if I were to do that to her.
You should have seen the stuff that I saw when I went over to my aunt's house when I was a kid. Yeah. I was watching shit like Critters and Gremlins
and my family, my parents were too careful to make sure that my sister and I were exposed to that sort of thing. And if I were to try to do that to my sister,
I've tainted two of my nephews already. Damn it!
All in the same house.
My sister actually had me watch the kids for like a 3-hour period. 2 of those hours were spent watching The Wrong Thing at the wrong time. And the kids were just like, what's this? Oh, what's this? Yeah,
what's that?
Trust me, this is awesome. Tell your mother when she gets home.
What's this movie? Predator. Sit down and shut up.
Yeah, that's actually what we were watching.
You are one ugly motherfucker.
They were so over the top about, wow, it turns invisible. Wow, it can do all kinds of stuff. Like, yes, it does. There's more.
By the time I was 7,
you want Uncle to come over and babysit more often.
I mean, I think by the time I was like 6, I had already seen Full Metal Jacket.
God damn it. At the age of 1, you were living Full Metal Jacket. What the hell are you talking about?
Age of 1? The minute he came out of the goddamn womb.
Shut up, recruit. Go to sleep. Reverie is at stake.
Show me your war face, maggot.
You call that a war face?
One of the kids that was watching comes out, this is my boomstick!
Shop smart. Shop S smart.
You got that?
Oh my god!
I am probably at some point gonna call my nephews you primitive screwheads.
All right, you little primitive screwheads, listen up.
Oh no, I told my sister as soon as I can, the next birthday that rolls around for either one of them, I'm buying them a lifelike doll of Pennywise.
Which
Here you
one?
go. You keep this in your bedroom with you every night. Trust me.
Can't sleep, clown will eat me.
I did that to her. I can see her face now when she comes in the door. What the fuck are you doing? Get out, Daryl. Just get out. Nah. Trust me. It's gonna work this time. They're gonna grow up strong.
Wait.
Trust me.
Wait, which version of Pennywise? Tim Curry or Skarsgård?
Skarsgård.
You want a balloon?
They actually have one that does the creepy dance too. We're just sitting there like, I want to get that. I want to get that so bad.
Oh, you were back to the whole merchandise thing.
Yes,
I went.
merchandise.
I was on Amazon, and you can get one where it's it doesn't have the black on the collar and the sleeves, but it's essentially the same shirt and has a blood splatter across it.
Nice.
You haven't looked at the link that I put in the chat, have you? There's actually a merchandise page, and they're back in stock.
Yeah, the Willy's Wonderland is back in stock.
Oh,
the downside is I'm a fat ass and I'm a 4X, and they going up to 3X.
So what that basically means is you need to lose weight so you can fit into a 3X.
Well, the ones that I saw on Amazon go for 4X.
Oh no, you can't come over and grab
it. Where's the link? Now I've got to find it. Is it in the group chat?
For more merchandise, this thing.
Group chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already purchased mine.
Oh, in the Bingecast one. Okay.
Oh, it's in the binge.
Yeah, we were all looking in the wrong place.
But
give me a second here.
As we do is I try to wrap us back into Willy's Wonderland.
Yes.
Because,
bring it back around for us.
Because I still want to know how weak this roof is when people tackle it. Like,
oh yeah,
tackle him!
It's like it's like it was like the thinnest, cheapest wood you could get.
I mean, I knew the second he said something about let's go, and he had that look of no, I must save the woman that I'm not going to get any pussy from, and he charges.
I'm not
and I mean, the roof just goes and like really.
Let me see.
But then again, those roofs are kind of fucked up anyway. You're not supposed to be walking on them.
But
or tackling people.
Anyway, I'm just gonna Google it. Fuck it.
But there's that, and I asked this question to Jay. There's no response from the janitor whatsoever. I want to know what kind of shit he's been into. And he sees an animatronic come to life, and his response was, break stick! Beat the hell out of it!
No, it was first dodge, smack.
And it wasn't until it made him bleed his own blood that he finally got serious.
And I mean, at no point in time did the expression on his face change either.
He had the
there was
same
no
snarl.
anger. There was no anger, no nothing.
Double X is sold out.
It was just straight on, I'm going to fuck you up.
But I find it funny that the first one who tried to mess with him was the ostrich. The ostrich. And I'm amazed
they only have it in small.
I'm amazed all the other electronics just didn't like get these like wide-eyed shock looks like we weren't prepared for this.
We were not told that this was going to go this way.
Yeah, but Zeke, while we were watching it, commented that he thinks that essentially that the janitor is on the spectrum somewhere.
Well, because the fact that the thing that made me think this is the fact that he always goes back to the pinball machines. He's always drinking soda.
He has his routine.
Yes, and his routine cannot be interrupted. A human being's life is on the line. Here's a knife. Going back to my routine.
No, he's just like conflict here. Here's your knife back. Good luck.
Save girl pinball.
I need my
here's
break.
Here's your knife. I'll be right back. But yeah, I sort of got some of those vibes off that in my first viewing of it because of just the way it's like it's time for my break. It felt very cartoonish.
Well, yeah.
Well, it's like those cartoons with like the sheepdog and the wolf. they come in. They
morning Frank, morning Sam, and beat the shit out of each other throughout the shift. And at the end,
and like at lunchtime, they're like in the middle of getting ready to fight one another, and then it's like time for lunch. It's like okay, and they stop, they go, they eat their lunch, and then they clock back in from lunch and start fighting.
Go back right where they literally left off.
Exactly.
Hey Ralph. Hey Sam.
Yeah, exactly.
It's usually
morning Ralph. Morning Sam.
That's usually how my shifts are. All right, later. See you tomorrow.
That's how I am when I walk into work. It's like, sometimes I'll actually speak words. I'll be like, morning. Some days I'll just be like, eh.
I just do tool man style grunts when I get it.
Yeah, this sort of grunting is just sort of like, eh. Yeah, but this
my team knows better than to talk to me in the morning. Until 10 a.m. You best not talk to me at all.
It's like the Bill Engvall routine. Nice stops at midnight, and it doesn't start again until 10 a.m. Nice stops at midnight. Does not start again until 10 in the morning.
I think at the end of the day, we're just going to have to go buy, make a custom shirt and be, hey.
We want to wait for them to make it official. Going to Redbubble and buying one of the fan-made ones won't give money to the people.
Well, they made it official. It's just unfortunately they're still out.
Right. We wait for them to restock. If we go to Redbubble to get a shirt, then the producers of the movie don't get the money.
True.
It's like, apparently if you go and you buy one of the Hot Rod Roddy Piper shirts off of Roddy's website, the money goes to his family to support them.
And that's the correct way to go about doing it.
Don't go through
WWE. Always support official, ones that are...
Please support the official releases.
See, my thing about WWE is they dared give that shirt to Ronda Rousey, and I was like, a lot of people were like, nah, she better take that shit off. We're quarter her.
It's like, that she went to Roddy Piper and asked for his permission to call herself Rowdy Ronda Rousey and got his permission.
But still, we don't like the fact that you are wearing his shirt.
His colors. You have nothing to do with Roddy at all.
I didn't have a problem.
You're not even fake Scottish. Why are you doing this?
Anyway, but yeah, getting back to Willy's Wonderland and off of a wrestling tangent.
Yeah.
Because if we get on a wrestling tangent, then this is going to turn into a Ramblecast real quick.
Oh, God.
Duct tape fixes everything.
Yes, duct tape.
Seriously, I mean, he might not take that duct tape off until he was done.
No, the duct tape that we did see him take off was the one wrapped around him.
Yeah.
Well, Willy just kind of destroyed that, so it just fell apart.
That plus he was probably sweating all over it, too.
This is true.
Oh, Zeke, you want to point out the blooper that you saw earlier?
Yeah, Zeke spotted a blooper during the intro.
And we're not talking about the things from Mario Brothers.
Yes, when he was cleaning and spraying, you saw him with the duct tape on his cheek already. When that scene hasn't happened yet.
Well, I think what probably happened there was they filmed a lot of the scenes of the janitor cleaning various things around the establishment, and then just took the clips and spliced them in at appropriate periods.
Well, they said they only had time with Nicolas Cage 2 or 3 days to film all of his scenes, and we if anything went sideways, it would have ruined the whole movie, and the movie would have never been made.
Nicolas Cage is a guy that puts his name attached to a lot of projects. I'm not surprised they only had that much time. I'm sure they probably filmed as much stuff as
they can for him. They made the absolute most out of it.
Absolutely.
I still say
it's like, how are we going to pay him? We're going to pay him in soda.
I want to know if that was an actual soda.
I doubt it.
If it is, we must find it.
Yes.
We must try
I want my punch
because
cola.
It's kind of like how I know in Detroit they have, what is that drink called? Fago?
Fago.
Yeah, and it's
real popular among the juggalos.
But
it's only popular there and with juggalos. I've had it. They can keep it. It's kind of a flat grape soda. but they love it. And
But
it's like,
so I'm honestly
hell?
wondering if whatever state they filmed this in is popular there, and they just saw it and they were just like, let's use it.
Yeah.
Like if they filmed it again, if they filmed it in Detroit, I guarantee you they would have had
gotta love
fake-
those local like knockoff brands.
Yeah.
Of stuff
like Cheerwine.
I wouldn't call that a knockoff.
No.
RC Cola.
Yes, that's a popular one.
When I was living down in Texas, in the Dallas area, or the eastern Texas, there was a knockoff Dr. Pepper called Southern Lightning.
That just screams of all kinds of, yes, we are a knockoff.
I mean, you can't exactly call it. There's already Mr. Pibb out there, and there's probably all sorts of different knockoff like Mr. Pepper.
Because I know that I remember the first time we
Dr.
watched
Pibb.
I remember when we first watched the film, we kept trying to look at it like, is that a beer he's drinking? No, that's not a beer.
Yeah, well, it's like at first when he was standing around waiting for the tow truck driver to show up, I thought could be a beer because he grabbed the can out of the trunk.
Yeah,
but then once he was in the,
he was doing a beer, and then all of a sudden you see the
brown
cola,
suds
like,
coming out. It's like, oh, so
Yeah.
it's a soda. Okay.
Or it did say pop on the actual can.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, he's serious hardcore.
Yeah, but yeah, so we definitely enjoyed it. Really hoping it does well enough that they can make a sequel.
Oh yeah,
many sequels, please do it.
So it's gonna be
Keep the same sort of low quality but high entertainment value.
I honestly believe within the next 6 months, this will have achieved cult classic.
Apparently, the energy drink is called Punch.
Punch. Well, it's not an energy drink.
No, it's literally labeled as an energy drink. I had to Google it.
Oh, okay.
well, knowledge got more knowledge now. Watch out! We're feeding it.
Now to find out if it actually exists.
Yeah, there you go.
There's one more thing I do wonder. Like, why didn't the sheriff just leave well enough alone? Like, I don't think Willy can see outside of Willy's Wonderland, so she's literally sitting in
except that they've said that the animatronics, the machines had left Willy's and killed people around town.
They left Willy's, but I don't think he can see out. It's like he can leave.
Yeah, it's clear that Willy does have some sort of perception over everything that goes on inside the place.
Because as soon as he walked in, the fog. As soon as the chick fell in, the fog.
Yeah, you saw his eyes widen and the fog started.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like if
they are supposed to be supernatural, seeing as how they're possessed by a satanic cult.
Yeah.
But like if she left well alone, just like sat there, and was like he waved at her, but just put it in reverse, get the hell out of Dodge,
or just park it and wait.
Yeah.
And then what you do is,
but she felt guilty about the Liv, and she wanted Liv back.
But she had Liv.
She'd already sent Liv off with the state trooper.
Okay, yeah. So
as far as she knew, Liv was safe.
Yeah. So she didn't need to go looking in for any reason.
Let me spoon feed the demonic dog Doom this human sacrifice. How's it going to go for you?
Especially when the janitor has proven that he is capable of going toe to toe with these things, and even while injured or handicapped in some way, still wins.
Like seriously, the moment
he neutralized the siren while he was handcuffed.
The moment
and then broke those cuffs.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like, these are cuffs. Fuck it, I don't care.
They're zip tie cuffs.
These cuffs.
I spent many years becoming the strongest man in the world.
Like
I have faced demons before. You are nothing to me, girly man.
I have faced satanic cults before as well.
Yeah, he has. Oh God! I just realized something. This might be a continuation from that other movie.
Drive Angry?
No, not Drive
Mandy.
Mandy.
Isn't that what you were? You guys.
Well, he's got the exact same look.
Yeah, this is true. Mandy is some other Nicolas Cage movie that came out within the last year, which is some sort of weird, surreal horror thing. From what I can tell,
I keep saying this. We need to do a binge thing where we just do string theory. We connect movie to movie to movie, make a storyline of
crossing the mainstreams.
Yes.
That'll be another Ramblecast for us.
Oh God, we could just do that off of Nicolas Cage movies, and it'll be the end of us.
Doing the coming to the conclusion that Nicolas Cage is the same character in every single movie, just at different stages of his life.
Well, I mean, I did read one theory that all Joss Whedon's movies take place in the same universe. That's including Avengers.
I was about to say, does that include Avengers?
Yeah, but it all ends with Cabin in the Woods.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But I think we've sort of tapped out on stuff we could talk about for Willy's Wonderland at this point.
I want to find that
Let's
pinball
see.
machine.
Let's see. What did it have? It had crazy animatronics out to kill. Of course, the young teenagers.
Your typical sort of horror tropes.
You had your nerd. You had your overdriven sex fiends.
But
all of them die.
They didn't fall in the usual stereotype. The black guy didn't die first. It was the white guy died first.
But it was the white guy who was more of a jerk than the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll get that one.
It was the jerk, not the simp, who died first.
And then it was the dumbass white guy who fell for the animatronic that was trying to be like, oh, I'm different from the rest of them. You want to know what the afterlife is like? I can show you if you free me.
Free me.
And that's how the simp died. He simped. He started simping for the chameleon, and then she killed him.
And that was all she wrote for that group. And let's see,
Black and Nerdy got cornered in the epilepsy room.
Yeah, he deserved that.
I still want to know what's going on.
Thug Boy and the Bimbo got killed in the Super Happy Fun Room.
That's the one I really was mad about, because you were screaming about, we don't need to be here, let's get out. You should have been out. Take your girl, get out.
And even when you saw she was turned on, and you were like, that's kind of freaky, that you should have taken that as a warning sign and gotten the fuck out.
Right, because everyone knows. It's like ingrained in all colored people's minds.
Weird shit happens.
People of color have this sixth sense. If you are in a bad place and someone starts to feel a little bit horny, run.
Because they crazy. And what's the rule about crazy?
Crazy gets you killed.
Also, don't stick your dick in crazy.
Crazy gets you killed. Period. End of discussion.
Because the Bimbo even asked him, is it weird that I'm getting really turned on right now? And we were all like, yes.
You're in the room where they created the satanic ritual.
Where they all died.
Why are you getting horny here? Oh, it's because you're probably being possessed by something. And what happens? There's the gator watching you have the sex, and it's just
that's the thing that makes no sense. I'm sorry, I have to ask this. You're sitting there having sex with someone, and the gator pops out of nowhere.
Gator pops out of nowhere and just staring at you like, keep going.
Just keep going. I'm close.
I mean, literally, he was like this the whole time. Yeah, huh?
I swear, I saw the gator smile.
He was smiling. He was smiling.
Well, I mean, he's a gator. They're always smiling, but I swear it got bigger.
If you go back, when we get our copies, we
can queue it up right now. We still have it.
I can show you. At one point, it's the first time you look at it, it's straightforward like that, and he's like this. The second time you look at it, though, and she looks up at it, it's curved up. The corners are curved up, and he's like this, but you see the curve up, and I'm like, yeah, he's getting hyped on it.
I haven't been this happy since I ate that pirate.
It's like
and the entire time, the only thing going through my head is, I have mastered the art of staying totally still, that I become invisible.
God damn it, Batista!
Hi, Drax.
We see you, Drax. We see you, Gator. No, you don't.
and then the siren walks in. It's like, hi, Drax. Hi, Gator. Damn it.
All right, we just bite him.
No, I suppose we didn't hear this like creaky sounding like dink sound, and the gator is just sitting there with an even bigger smile.
No, you start hearing the creaking sound. Because
Oh my
he's
God.
like trying to jerk himself off.
Can't do it no more because he just. No, that's probably the reason why he attacked him was because he was pissed off because he couldn't do
He
anything
can't
about
do it anymore. It's like
it's
I
like
don't need to see this.
it's like taking a paraplegic to a strip club.
Which has been done before. Which has been done before, and I mean, wow. I realized you hated him, but I did not know the hate went that deep.
In case you can't tell, we're all going to hell.
Or no, what was that scene from Family Guy where they took Joe to a strip club? He's getting a lap dance. He's just like, "Why did you bring me here?"
Yeah, trust us, Joe. This is for your own good. How?
It's like putting a blindfold on a blind man.
Which has happened.
Yeah, like in
Rogue
Rogue One.
Are you kidding me? I'm blind.
Yeah. They put the sack over Chirrut's head.
All right, I gotta ask you this one though. So, all right, for both the animatronics and for the human characters, which was your favorite death?
Favorite death.
For me, I have to say it was the turtle because he's like limping back, trying to get back.
Yeah, the turtle was the best animatronic death.
Well, partly we got to see Liv get revenge on one of the animatronics by beating the shit out of it with the shotgun.
She didn't kill it, but she definitely beat the shit.
I mean, especially because she's beating his balls. He's like, "I want my balls! I want my balls!
My nuts, please stop!
No mas, no mas, no mas."
It's like it was at the end when he's like holding his shoulder, limping back to the Willy's Wonderland.
And the janitor sees him, and you just hear him go.
And he sees them come. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Especially because you hear the janitor put his foot down on the gas. You hear the engine start roaring,
and he's just like, "Oh shit!"
Apart from that one, I would probably say. I think I'd probably go with the ostrich because it's the first one.
Yeah, it's the first
one. And after he's done beating the shit out of it, he then rips its spine out.
Yeah, he does a fatality on it. That was beautiful, in fact. And so Mortal Kombat, but I mean, it was just like I was not expecting to see that come out of nowhere. I was expecting to see, oh my god, this is terrifying. What the hell's going on? No, he just goes straight in like, yeah, it's on. Come at me, bro.
I liked the siren suicide death.
Oh, blowing up the limo.
Come again! Boom!
Thank you for coming to Willy's Wonderland. Hope you had a good time. Boom!
I also like the one thing that they did keep it on 90s vibe with like the commercials and everything. Like you can sit there like, that's probably from my childhood somewhere suppressed.
Oh yeah.
Too many trips to Chuck E. Cheese. The mouse is creeping me out.
Well, see, I was not allowed to go. After what happened at the Chuck E. Cheese, we weren't going anywhere near it.
Are you sure? Are you sure you should be sharing this story?
No. Literally, the entire idea of Five Nights at Freddy's and Willy's Wonderland actually stems from New Carrollton, Maryland, where I first grew up. When we came down to Maryland, and the actual murders in Chuck E. Cheese. The first Chuck E. Cheese in the area, mind you.
That too.
It was the first Chuck E. Cheese. And the guy literally stuffed the bodies of 2 adults and 3 children into the animatronics. And they were there for a solid 2 weeks before people figured out because the smell was getting out.
And they brought up the smell here.
Yeah.
And in the FNAF games, they mentioned like the smell.
Yeah,
as well.
That was literally the only reason they found out what happened was because the smell got to them, and you have a full bunch of kids in there. I
imagine it's also them looking at the animatronics. Is like, is Chucky looking a little fatter to you?
Well, my grandfather, he always kept a memory of everything, and all he would say like, yeah. When that showed up on the news and they were talking about it, they were like, they were trying to find a way to get the kids and people out of the place so they could get to the bodies because they after they figured out the smell was coming from them and they started looking at them, you could see the dried blood on the bottom backs from where the bodies were actually sitting. And the animatronics had been moving, So they had been literally ripping pieces of the bodies apart while they were actually
Jesus.
moving, which was why they was
Well,
stuttering.
it's like when you first see the animatronics when Nick Cage walks in. Yeah, they look, especially Willy himself. You know the way his fur looks. It looks
Like a
dirty
rhino.
as hell. Like you would automatically think, oh, he's just been sitting there for a long ass time. Nobody's been working on him. Nobody's cleaning him. No maintenance. Blah blah blah. But he still runs, literally, and you don't think, oh, that's dried blood all over him.
Yep.
Yeah, you wouldn't think about it, but yeah. But literally, once they figured out, oh, there's bodies in there, it was a matter of, all right, let's get all these people out. Please get the kids out of here. We don't need them to see this.
Yeah.
And
Slice it open.
we're talking about the first Chuck E. Cheese. This is literally
Yep.
the number one Chuck E. Cheese, and they have this happen. And after a while, it was just like no one wanted to go or actually around there. And right next to it was a Chesapeake Bay seafood house. And yeah, I mean, that was like back then, that was like the place to go to eat. And they started suffering business because people were like,
Too creeped out to go over there.
nah,
Because there's a
bruh.
murder scene.
It's like, but that wasn't us. Yeah, but you're right next door.
You are right next door, and this just
If
feels
that
wrong.
place is haunted, and they're gonna come over here next.
Well, that's the thing. To this day, they still say there's something wrong about this building
because there were murders committed in there.
All right, who wants to go do their own ghost adventures locked down?
Hell no.
Hell no.
It's almost like it's your birthday and you go see me break through the door.
I learned
You're
my
gonna,
No.
yeah.
I learned my lesson when I was in the military, and we took a drunken oath that we were going to go to the Screaming Woods in England.
Oh, the Screaming Woods. Yeah.
We learned very quickly never do this again. Even under heavy drunkenness, because literally the guy who was taking us on there, he's telling us all these things, and we're up there like, yeah, we're men, yeah. We get off that bus, we take barely, I would say we're like maybe 50 yards into the forest, and you start hearing this literally earth-shattering scream, literally standing right next to you, and you're looking around like, who the fuck's screaming? It's not me screaming, but I'm about to start screaming along with it. And you see, again, grown men,
Haul ass
men, hauling ass like bitches back to this bus, and we're like, drive this fucker now. Drive us out of here because this is not right.
Now
that was our first.
What I want to do now is take road to the Aokigahara forest in Japan.
Is that the one with all the bent trees?
No, it's the Suicide Forest.
That's Suicide Forest, which we didn't go near
for obvious reasons.
Seriously, here's us, and the captain is like, "Yeah, this is Suicide Forest." That's nice, sir. No, come on, guys.
So
we can go there.
Was this
No,
before
sir.
this before or after Screaming Woods?
Oh, this was after Screaming Woods. Okay. Screaming Woods.
Screaming Woods is a very formative experience for you.
My first meeting with the captain, we were in Manila, and we had to go to. Let's see. We went to Africa. Then we went up to Paris. We were in Paris for 2 months. Then we were to meet up with the Calgary in England. And while we were waiting for Calgary to get to dock, we went ahead and did the quick tour over there and learned our lessons quick.
Yeah. Very formative experience.
We didn't learn well enough because, again, we had a bad rotation on our team. When I say EOD, it has a bad rotation. Yeah, let me just let you know. Explosive ordnance disposal, and we dealt with way too much live stuff. Rotation.
And then you proceeded to mow down the forest like it was that scene in Predator. If
We
it bleeds,
wish.
we could kill it.
Road, you're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed.
You got time to duck? No, I got time to run.
But
I don't need to outrun the monster. I just need to outrun you.
we went to a couple of other places, and again, the lessons that just weren't learned fast enough. One of the places was an actual haunted asylum,
Oh no!
and they've made there's been a couple of movies made about this same place.
Was
Good
one of them
job.
that one that we were
Go
watching
go,
on?
Good night, good giant, good blah, I can never say it. But I actually even had to record the movie because I was looking at some of the scenes and I'm like, I remember this floor, I remember this hallway. Yeah, fuck no, we didn't even go near that stairs because it was already too late for us. But yeah, we went to the hotel. I mean, into the asylum, and I swear to God, I don't think anyone walked out of there. Well, I know we didn't walk out because we're literally half of us went through windows. The other three of us busted down the door. One of us actually kicked the wrong door.
And
We don't know where he was going, but he kicked in the wrong door.
What did he unleash? Because he kicked in the wrong door.
Wait. Why am I thinking of those doors from It? Safe, not safe, totally scary.
But I mean, see what it is they understand the legend. If you hit the fourth floor, that's the worst. That's the wrong spot to be.
Four is
all the
death.
all the way down the hallway is a door that is forever locked. If you
do not open
that
inside.
door, if it door opens, that's your ass. So we got to the fourth floor and we're just looking down, and that's when the noises started, and we were like, no, let's go downstairs, and Tim and Alex, the two newest guys who were trying to prove themselves. Man, nah, we got this, man. Watch out. See, man, I don't know how you're in charge and everything, man. Cap's gonna make me in charge after this. Wow, come on, listen.
Caps is gonna kick your ass.
They're walking down the hallway, and all of a sudden, you're literally. My mind is still this focus on because we're all standing on the stairways watching them be all badass, and you see as they walk, two doors literally fly open, and they're frozen, and then they slam. And all you see is literally running backwards at full speed and doing the spin turn to hit to the stairs. Meanwhile, all of us are on the stairs going
hauling ass down the stairs.
And it's like a conjumble. But the thing about it is, it just kept snowballing from that point because we hit the third floor, and it's like one whole hallway section. It wasn't dark outside, so it was daytime, so plenty of light. All the doors were open on one section when we hit the third floor. We're like, those weren't open. None of this shit was open. It was all closed on this side, and the sunlight was over here. Why are these doors open? And then you hear the door slam. Continue on down to the second floor. We hit the second floor, but we didn't realize we had went down and went up a different set of stairs. So we weren't on the main hall. We're looking for the first floor door stairs, and it's just like, what the fuck are we? Where the fuck are we?
And you're literally thinking you're in a horror movie where the hallways are shifting around.
Why am I thinking of the movie Grave Encounters?
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
And literally, all you see is those are just coming up there like, fuck this, I'm out of here. Boom!
Kicking in doors to try to get out of there.
Where are you going? He's like, where the fuck am I? And finally, someone's like, oh, there's the lobby and the stand. boom.
Man, what I wouldn't have given to been out there with a camera just to record all these grown-ass men come hauling out of there.
We're grown-ass men. We're also half drunk at this time, so it didn't help any. But, I mean, we hit the first floor, and it was just a matter of everyone find a way out of this building as fast as you can, besides using the doors that are sitting right there in front of you. And, I mean, you see two guys full tilt running, Geronimo, boom, right out the fucking window.
because you recognize horror tropes. You know that the wide open door that you came in
the ground
is a trap.
I went through the door because the door was open because we left it propped. And I'm like, nah, this is the path of least resistance. I'm going for this shit.
So I think we're about done for this before we turn it into story time.
Oh god, yeah, we don't want to go story time. I have 20.
We could do a separate podcast for that. I should probably put you in touch with one of the other guys on CKCC Radio who does a paranormal talk podcast. He would probably like to hear stories about that. About that.
I'd have to call up a couple of the other guys from the team and be like, "Hey guys, want to go over some of the stupid shit we did?" Oh God, no, not again.
Real Paranormal Talk. That's the name of the podcast. I think we'll wrap up this edition of the Bingecasts.
Basically, all we got to say is you will watch Willy's Wonderland. You will love it.
Just go into it with a open mind. Set your expectations kind of low. Right.
This is not like an A-list, big budget Hollywood movie. And it is low budget, and it does not take itself too seriously. Neither should you.
But if you go into it with just an open mind, you will be absolutely surprised by how actually entertaining it really is.
Yep. There's no point A to point B. It's just a enjoyable movie where you sit back, relax, don't have to immerse yourself, don't have to do anything but just watch.
Oh, and order yourself a pizza too.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple beers.
You know what? Next time we're gonna really have to pop some popcorn. This is a popcorn.
Have some beers too. It'd probably be way more entertaining. Way more entertaining when you're drunk. But yeah, that'll wrap up this edition of the Bingecast. So for Zeke, Chris, and Rode, I am Jay, and we'll see you next time at Willy's Wonderland.
Thanks for listening to the Bored to Death Bingecast. Be sure to check out our library of past podcasts via CKCC Radio or via our YouTube channel, and give us a like and subscribe. We'll see you after our next binge.